Hey guys, today I'm going to tell you the truth and going to prove you that you can master English in 20, 30, 50 or 60 or 90 days or whatever people are claiming. There's 7 reasons I'm going to tell you why you can master English in 20 days. And that's completely impossible. There is no room for any doubt about that. But for some reason, I don't know why it's becoming a culture or a trend to make this kind of videos. But that's enough. Now it's time to stop these people misleading others. So let's talk about it step by step. So the first reason is language learning is a cognitive process. In simple words, language learning takes time because your brain needs to process it. Many studies saw that learning a language is not something you can do overnight. Your brain needs time to understand new words, grammar, sentence patterns, and how people use language in real life. A famous language expert, Stephen Krashen, says that you need regular practice and real examples for language to improve. There is no magic trick or shortcut, only consistent learning helps you become fluent. Reason number 2. Fluency requires consistent exposure over time. Language fluency is very different from learning other subject. When we study subject, we usually remember it only for short time, like until an exam or a job interview. Also, those subjects have limited content to learn. But language learning is different. It's much broader and deeper. Everything in the world has name, and you are expected to learn and remember all of them. And not just that, you don't only learn and memorize words, you have to remember and use them for your entire life. So how can anyone do all of that in just 20 days? Language fluency is like building muscles. You can do it overnight. Researchers show it takes hundreds of hours to exposure to move from beginners to intermediate, and thousands to reach fluency. The US Foreign Service Institute estimated it takes 600 or 750 classroom hours for English speakers to reach fluency in language like French or Spanish. And English is harder for many non-native speakers. And another reason, you need time to observe vocabulary and grammar. You can't just memorize words and grammar. You need to use them in real life situations to make them stick. So you can say we don't learn language, we just make it habit. And developing a new habit takes 26 days. The e-forgetting curve proves that most people forget 60% of new information within 24 hours unless they revise it regularly. So without repetition and usage, it all fade away. And another reason, speaking skills take practice. You need time to train your mouth muscles. Yes, like a workout, to pronounce correctly. Even confident learners take weeks or months before they feel comfortable speaking with others. And reason number 5, comprehension takes longer than speaking. Listening and reading in new language requires understanding context, speech, slangs, and accents. A study by Cambridge University found learners take far longer to understand native level speech than to produce basic sentences themselves. And it's my personal experience. I still need subtitles to understand some native speakers. A polyglot who's also a test speaker, her name is Lydia Makova, shared her English learning experience. She said, it took 3 or 4 seasons of French to understand English.
And after the 2nd or 3rd season, seriously, the dialogue started to make sense.
And I saw a lot of memes about it, which proves it's a universal problem. So language is not just grammar, it's also tone, idioms, humor, sarcasm, politeness, and cultural logic. These things can be learned in 20 days because they come from immersion and observation over time. And the 6th reason, English is constantly changing. English is considered one of the most challenging languages to learn, not just because of its grammar, because it keeps changing. Because it's most spoken language in the world, English is used across many countries and culture, and that's why it's changing constantly. New words are added every year, slangs and expression change, and even pronunciation can change over time. Even people who already master English need to keep learning to stay updated. And the last and most important reason, overloading too fast can backfire. Trying to master English in 20 days only leads to burnout, stress, disappointment, not fluency. Studies show that slow, spaced out learning, called distributed practice, works better than intensive learning. Norman Lewis, writer of Word Power Made Easy, also mentioned it in his book. So choose consistency over intensity. So these 7 reasons proves that you can master English in 20 days. Yes, you can definitely make a good progress in 20 days. Maybe improve your vocabulary, build confidence, start basic conversations, but mastering English, that's a journey, not a shortcut. So this video was all about to aware you how learning process works and how much time it takes to master English. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next one.